Hello there, welcome once again to my channel. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please click on the subscribe button and of course like and share my videos. In the last video I taught you the natural notes of the piano, and of course we said that the natural notes, of course, from the natural sounds in music, they are named after the first 7 letters of the alphabet: A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And we were able to identify which note is A, which is B, and so on and so forth. Now, today we'll be looking at the black notes or the black keys of the piano. The black keys of the piano. And of course, they derive their names from the white keys. The black notes derive their names from the white notes, but of course using some words. Okay, now in music there is what is called accidentals, and of course there is what is called semitones. A semitone is defined as the shortest distance between any two notes on the piano. The shortest distance between any two notes on the piano. That is what a semitone is. And of course, accidental. Now, accidentals are symbols used in music to alter the pitch of a note. Accidentals are what? They are symbols used in music to alter the pitch of notes. Now, what do we mean by alter? It means changing the pitch of a particular note, either by raising it up or lowering that pitch of that particular note. Now, this is a keyboard, of course, 1 octave keyboard, dummy keyboard. In the last video, we said that this is C, and we said this is D. We figured out that this is E, this is F, this is G, and of course we have A, B, and C in a higher octave. This C is higher than what? Than this. Okay. Now, like I said, the black notes, which are the accidental notes, they derive their names from the white notes, which are the natural notes. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Now, how do they derive their notes, their names from the natural notes? It's of course using what the understanding of semitone and of course accidentals. This is C, and this is the very next note to C. After C, we have this black note before D, and after D, we have a black note before E. Now, if I move from C to this black note here, I have moved a distance of a semitone, which is the shortest distance between any two notes. So between C and this black note, which we shall name, is a distance or an interval of a semitone. Let us look at the 3 accidentals. The first one is this, and is known as sharp. This is called a sharp. Now, a sharp raises a note by a semitone. Of course, like I said, we talked about alteration of the pitch of a note. That accidentals are symbols used to alter the pitch of a note, either by raising it or by lowering it. Now, the very first one, which is a sharp, raises the note, raises any note by a semitone. It alters the original pitch of that note. Instead of singing or playing the natural C, if I place the sharp on this C, it raises this C up. It raises it by a semitone. It means it goes up this way. And then this note becomes C sharp. C sharp. Because I placed a sharp on the C against the C to raise it by a semitone. So it moves up by a semitone to this black note, and this note, of course, C sharp. Now, before we continue, let's look at flats. A flat looks like a small letter B, something like this, okay? Now, what does a flat do? A flat reduces a note by a semitone. It alters the pitch of a note by what? Reducing it. It reduces a note by a semitone. Okay. Now, if I should place a flat on D, it means D will be reduced by a semitone. Instead of going up, you're coming backward this way, okay? So D reduced by a semitone will come back this way. So if a flat is placed on D, on the staff, then of course, instead of playing or singing D, what happens? You play what? D flat. You play the note that is a semitone lower than D. And where is that note? What note is a semitone lower than D? Is this same note here. So we come back, this becomes what? D flat. So this note is both C sharp, raising C by a semitone using the sharp sign, or D flat, reducing D by a semitone. By placing flat on a D, it becomes D flat. So this note has two names. That is interesting. It is called C sharp or D flat. Now, notes that can be written in two different ways, or notes that have two different names, are known as enharmonic notes. Enharmonic notes. Enharmonic. Enharmonic notes. Enharmonic notes are notes that can be written in two different ways, or notes that have two different names. Now let's look at the next one, the second black note we have there. If I place a sharp on D, it will raise the D, the pitch of D, by a semitone. It will raise the pitch of D by a semitone, landing here, moving a distance or an interval of a semitone from D, a semitone from D upward, raising it. So D raised upward by a semitone will end here. So from D to this black note is a distance of a semitone, of course raised, since we are placing a sharp on D. So place a sharp on D, takes D up to D sharp. So this note you have here is D sharp. But then it can also be named in another way. How? There is a note here. This note is what? E. Okay? If I place a flat on E, it will reduce E by a semitone. If I place a flat on E, it will reduce E by a semitone, and then it will land here. From E, moving a distance of a semitone down to this note will give us E flat. E flat. Of course, that's another enharmonic note because it has two names. It's either D flat, D sharp rather, or E flat. Now, there is a natural semitone occurring between E and F, because if you look at it, there is no other note between E and F. This is E, and this is the line dividing E and F. Okay? So E, and the very next note is F. So between E and F, we have natural semitone occurring there. Okay? Now let's look at the next black key, the next black note. Now, for me to name this black note, I need to place a sharp on this white or natural note, which is F. If I place a sharp on F, it will raise F by a semitone. Raise F by a semitone. By the time I place sharp there, and then that gives us F sharp. So this very note is called F sharp. This one is called F sharp. Okay. Now I could also place a flat on G to reduce it by a semitone. If I place a flat on G to reduce it by a semitone, I will fall on this black note, and this note is also known as G flat. I place a sharp on G, it will land on this black note, which is G sharp. Of course, if I place a flat on A, it will reduce A by a semitone. So it will bring it here, and that gives us A flat. And of course, if I place a sharp on A, it will increase it by a semitone, moving it up here, A sharp, and that gives us A sharp. By placing a flat on B, it will reduce B by a semitone, and then we land here, that gives us a B flat. So, take note also that there is a natural semitone occurring between B and C. Black keys, for us to be able to identify the black keys by their names, we need to understand what a semitone is. And I said a semitone is the shortest distance between any two notes on the piano, okay, on the keyboard. So between C and C sharp is the distance of a semitone. Between C sharp and D is the distance of another semitone. Okay. Now I also said we need to understand the accidentals in music. The first one is a sharp, which raises a note by a semitone, and of course that's what we use in naming these ones, the sharps. C raised by a semitone gives us C sharp. D raised by a semitone gives us D sharp. F raised by a semitone gives us F sharp. G raised by a semitone gives us G sharp. A raised by a semitone gives us A sharp. And of course, a flat reduces a note by a semitone. Okay, so we have D reduced by a semitone gives us D flat. E reduced by a semitone gives us E flat. G reduced by a semitone gives us G flat. A reduced by a semitone gives us A flat. Okay, A flat. And of course, B reduced by a semitone gives us B flat. Let us take note of something. The last accidental is known as the natural. A natural, the accidental natural, actually restores a note to its former pitch. A note that was formerly raised or lowered by a semitone is now what? Restored back to its original pitch. But our concern here today is on the sharp and the flat, using them and the understanding of a semitone to do what? To name the letters, the black keys, to name the black keys of the piano. I want to thank you for taking your time to watch this video. Please do well to subscribe. To subscribe, you just click on the subscribe button you have at the foot of the video there, okay? And then like the video and share with your friends. I'll be bringing more videos to you and share.